Well, our first mayor candidate that we're going to be speaking with today is Mike Hobart, and thanks for being with us,
You bet,
Mike.
Tony. I'm glad to be here.
First off, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm a longtime Sioux City resident. I went through grade school, middle school, high school here. My family were Norwegian immigrants and started the Sioux City Crockery Company back in the early 1900s, so the family's been here for a long time. Graduated in 1964 from Central High School, went into the United States Navy for 4 years, served in Vietnam, used the GI Bill to go to college. Got my business degree from the University of Iowa, my law degree from the University of South Dakota, was in private practice for a while, and then I got into public service. In about 1980, I joined the Public Defender's Office and was eventually Chief Public Defender. In 1986, I got into politics, ran for Woodbury County Attorney against then incumbent Patrick McCormick. I was elected Woodbury County Attorney, and 2 years later was asked by the United States Department of Justice to work in the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Northern District of Iowa. I was appointed Assistant United States Attorney for the Northern District by Ed Meese, who was at that time Attorney General, and served there primarily in the civil and prosecution area for almost 20 years before I left in January of this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like that you know the area fairly well, and your roots are here, too.
Right. I've always been interested in local politics. I've always been interested in city politics. I was on the Planning and Zoning Commission for about 6 years. I was chair of the Planning and Zoning Commission. And in that capacity, I learned a lot about how the city operates and learned a lot about the planning phases of the government. And I've always been sort of interested in serving in the capacity of a councilman or as mayor.
Okay. Now, the big question is, why are you running for the Sioux City mayor position?
Well, that's a very good question. I suppose one could ask whether I have a preference of mayor over city council. I think the mayor's job poses a new challenge, because this is the first time the mayor has been elected at large for almost 50 years. And to me, that challenge really raises a lot of interest in my service with the community. I think that the mayor's job is going to be developed in the next 4 years. It's going to be a situation where there's going to be a lot of expectation on the mayor, and I believe that I can try to contribute to the development of the position for future mayoral candidates and mayors, so that they can have something to, some sort of a platform to build from. And so I think the mayor's job this time poses very challenging issues, and I would like to try to address those issues as best I can. It's sort of a service to the community type attitude that I've got, and I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. Now, what are some of your goals?
Well, one of the goals, I think, would be to try to control spending, try to control growth. I believe that the current city council is using taxpayer money not recklessly, but in ways that are ill-conceived, I suppose, is the best way to put it. We're in the process of using taxpayer dollars to bring in businesses that, such as Stony Creek, where the job level is primarily going to be low-paying jobs, service-related jobs, not union-scale jobs, not jobs that a person can support a family on. Certainly there's going to be some executives at Stony Creek that will have decent-paying jobs, but primarily the jobs are going to be part-time to low-paying jobs. And I believe the money can be spent, the city taxpayers' money can be spent more wisely. I would also like to concentrate on infrastructure. I would like to work hard in trying to get the I-20 corridor made 4 divided highway, 4 lanes all the way to Fort Dodge. I would like to try to get the aging Gordon Street Viaduct, or the Gordon Highway Viaduct, replaced. That was, when I was on planning and zoning almost 10 years ago, that was something that was supposed to be done in the next estimated 10 years, and now they're just repairing it. They're not any closer to replacing it as they should be. I think people are concerned about bridges. I think in light of what happened up in Minneapolis, it has a lot of people concerned when we're sending so much traffic across such an aging structure. I would like to have some input on the Hamilton Boulevard corridor. There's a lot of individuals concerned about expansion of the commercial corridor in Hamilton east up into those nice residential areas up in the east side of the street, and I would like to see that delayed until we can develop existing areas along the Hamilton corridor that are more conducive to small businesses and service-related companies. I would also like to make sure that we try to take bids on the new Hamilton Boulevard stoplight system. It's my understanding that bids have not been taken up until now. The work was delayed because the estimates came in too high. I would like to see bids taken on that project to see if we can't cut the cost. There's a lot of other things. Girls Inc., I think, is a good program. I would like to see that developed. It sort of falls into my desire to see the city of Sioux City join with educational institutions, the Woodbury County Board of Supervisors, WIT, to try to join forces, join their economic forces to serve the community, by the same token save the taxpayers some money. I think Girls Inc. is a good example of how that can be done, whereby you're going to have a nice structure built in the Cook Park area, and their presence, I think, would add a lot of benefit, a lot of culture to that area, and they could join with the city as far as developing that area to better serve the community citizens in the Cook Park region.
Okay. Now, how do you think that could be done to join forces and make some action in this development?
Well, there's 28E agreements that you can enter into with other public entities to try to join forces. You can, in some cases, you can actually merge positions and actually share positions, such as like the county and the city assessor, for instance. That's been tried before. It's been tried to join forces on the law enforcement centers. That was not accomplished, but we do have a joint jail facility that we can take advantage of. Parks and recreation is a big area we can do that in. Schools can be developed close to city parks, whereby the Board of Education can use their taxing powers to help develop the parks areas, and thereby cut back on what the city expends. Those are just some examples. The senior center, the senior citizen center, I hate to see them move, but if they do move, maybe they could be moved to an area. The Hy-Vee store has been recommended. At one time, there was a recommendation that they go to the Sheraton Warrior, which is being developed by some people in town to put in senior citizens there, and I thought that was a good idea to try to serve both the senior citizens and senior housing. Those are just some examples.
Okay. Now, what are some issues, or do you see any issues with the city of Sioux City that need to be addressed?
Well, primarily, again, getting back to the spending the money is the big factor. Infrastructure, downtown parking. I would love to raise that as an issue to the city council. I believe that, and again, this is from what I've heard from the citizens as I go around the community talking to them, that the parking situation downtown should be addressed. We're not, I mean, there's many people like myself who believe that one of the solutions could be to, say, grant a 1 hour free parking to shoppers downtown there and have the meter kick in on the second hour and lower the rates so that people will come downtown to shop. The parking ramps rates are going up and or have gone up, and it's almost gotten to the point where people can't afford to park downtown. We're giving away free spaces to the Northwest Airline call center, free parking ramp spaces, and that's costing the city of Sioux City and the citizens a lot of money when you think about the fact that we're building a completely new ramp to accommodate those spaces. So there's so many different areas of concern. The promenade, we've got to try to get that leased out. The promenade building, the retail space there is empty, and we've got to try to work with that space to get some people in there to take that space and convert it to good use. We've got the Yonkers building, which is a huge concern, trying to get people to fill that space. Baumgars is moving to the Cub Food, so now we've got the Baumgars building to contend with. There's just so many different issues that it's going to be a busy 4 years for whoever's elected mayor.
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming in today, Mike, and good luck on your campaign.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you.